Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why? Why have you been slacking of Quran? Why can't you just sit down and do Quran? Even though Quran is the thing you love the most. Even if you're the most disciplined person, why can't you sit down and do Quran? It might be something or someone. See, my goal for the entirety of 2024 and 2025 was to do health, was to memorize the entire Quran. That was my goal for the entire year straight. In 2024, I was not even pushing through my goals. The rest of my goals, I was just my whole energy was for Quran. In 2025, I've been trying to do Quran for the entire year, and I realized something. Today is the last day. I'm recording this from the last day of 2025, and I realized something deep. In 2024, I used to do Quran, I used to lead Salah in our masjid. I even led Taraweeh and Tahajjud in 2025. Randomly, I slack off. I wasn't doing my muraja. I wasn't even waking up for Fajr Salah. I wasn't even doing most of the good deeds I was known for. I was not doing most of them. It was not that I was not able to push through. It was not that I was slacking them off intentionally. I was trying to do my conscious efforts trying to do that. I was not able to do it. For a while now, I've been trying to memorize Quran. What I realized is that Quran should not be something that is difficult. What I realized after years of pain and struggle, I realized something deep. Quran is easy. Quran is easy. After, it's funny because I've struggled a lot to memorize Quran, and I'm telling you, after I've struggled, it's funny enough that after struggling for years, now I'm telling you, Quran is easy. As of 2024, I thought it was like this evil eye on me, because if you see the way I slacked off, like in a single day, I just slacked off, completely ruining all my efforts for Quran. And I'm gonna give you a list of things that will hinder your health progress. Number one, dhunub, which is sins. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, like, come on, we all know this, but listen to me very carefully. Sins, they burden you, because there was an incident. I realized that I even journaled a lot. I've asked myself so many deep questions on that incident. There was a day I was sitting down in, there's a musabaqah happening, a Quran competition. I was sitting down from the audience, and there was a girl that was reciting Quran. She was doing a category 10 hizb, which is and also there's a tangim and 10 hifz. She was doing that, and I was sitting there watching, and I know that girl. I know. What's funny was that I am supposed to also do that same category, but because of laziness, I was not able to do that. My friend, a very, very close friend of mine, he coached her. She was sitting down, and I was sitting down, folding my arms and crossing my legs, and I was watching her. She was reciting so beautifully. She was reciting, and the whole crowd was doing takbir, Allahu Akbar. She was reciting, and I knew for sure, he coached her, and he have been inviting me, he have been telling me to come, he will coach me, he have been encouraging me to do the same thing as well. Her hifz was not strong, but the way she was reciting in Tangim, I was just looking, and I was starting to feel some anger, I was getting angry. It was not I was being jealous of her, but I was getting angry. I was getting so much rage, like I'm just like thinking like, what have I done? What have I done? At that moment I was like, no. When she came down from the stage, she finished reciting, she came down. She was using one of my AirPods, and I just stood up. I went right to her, I collected my AirPods, and I went back home. The moment immediately I went back home, I entered my room, grabbed some money, and went and collected a Qur'an. I went and bought the Qur'an, a fresh new Qur'an, a new Mus'haf. Like, you might be asking, what's happening to my old Qur'an? Why did I change Qur'an? And we know you're not supposed to change Qur'an. Why did I change mine? And I know what you're thinking. Like, you might be thinking, oh Irfan, why did you change Qur'an? Like, you're supposed to use the same Mus'haf. Why did you change the Mus'haf? Right? My old Mus'haf was a stolen Mus'haf. And I know that this sounds harsh, but it was not that I stole it intentionally. See, there was a Mus'haf in our masjid. The masjid is connected to our home, like our neighbor. So, and that masjid, there's a Mus'haf, there's a good Mus'haf, like no one even reads that Mus'haf. Barely people, like maybe like 10 times a year, they open the Mus'haf. So I took the Mus'haf, and I thought that I did a great thing, and I was just using the Mus'haf, and I was trying to do it. It is as if, like, there's an analogy I'm gonna give you. You doing Quran with a stolen Mus'haf is like increasing the power of water from a hose while tightening the end of it. Like, it's unnecessary. Like, just squeeze it out, just let it out, and everything will move very fast. I watched a video on Asim Al-Hakim. He talks about taking a Mus'haf from my masjid, and he said it's a grave sin. And at that time I was like, oh my god, I made a huge mistake. Astaghfirullah. I took the Mus'haf, I had wrapped the Mus'haf, and I painted, like, it was so beautiful, my previous Mus'haf. Immediately after seeing that, like, that video, I unwrapped the Mus'haf. I cleaned all the pencils, like, because, like, when I made a mistake, like, there's a pencil on the Mus'haf like this. Immediately I just removed everything. I returned the Mus'haf to the masjid. The pain, like that burden I'm talking about, that's something, yeah, it went away. The moment I bought a new Mus'haf, that same week I rememorized 5 juz. Like, you know, like that 5 juz, it took me 6 months for me to, like, rememorize like 4 juz maximum. Within a week I rememorized 5 juz. That same 5 juz that she was doing, I memorized it again in a week. Just because that burden was not there, it was not holding me back. That's the number one thing that's stopping you. Look at things that there might be small things that you don't even consider. Those small things, that's the thing that ruin you from doing Quran. That's the things that stop you from doing Quran. That's the things, like, it's not, like, and also people think like it's evil eye. Like, think about it, this is not evil eye. This is just the reality of this world. I know, but you saying it's evil eye is just you coping, bro. Like, you're just coping, like, oh, you're using excuses to feel lazy. That's the number one thing I talk about, which is sins. Number 2, the second thing that will hinder your Quran progress is you backbiting or slandering or talking about people. Like, backbiting and, like, not even backbiting, like talking about people, like, from the back, like backbiting and slandering people. Like, it will ruin your Quran progress a lot. The moment you stop talking about them, that's how you'll be able, like that analogy I said, that hose, just when you just let it open, like it will open. Like, it's not that you are weak, you understand? Like, you cannot, like, no matter how disciplined you are, it's gonna be overburdening yourself. You'll be overburdening yourself just trying to do Quran. When you stop backbiting, stop talking about people from the back, just realize, like, it's really like magic. Like, immediately you see that you'll be able to do it. The third thing is that I know that you're gonna start to hate me because I'm gonna take your voices away, especially your phone. You see this phone? Phones, these are the main things that will hinder your progress. Like, there's many people that are able to do Quran with the phone. Like, they have a phone and they're able to do it. Yeah. There's even someone who was watching porn and was able to do hifz as well. There are people that are taking drugs and doing hifz. There are people that are even disturbing the sheikh and they're still doing Quran. So it's not that you cannot do Quran, but like I said, like, that hose, it can still pump out water, but like, for you to pump out a lot of water is gonna be so difficult and so painful. Let's just, like, let it out. That's it. Like, back in September of 2025, my phone had a problem. It had a problem, and so that means I cannot use my phone anymore. I was just sitting down. I had nothing to do for, like, my phone was spoiled for like a month. And the moment I just take my mom's phone, she will collect back her phone because she wants to use the phone as well. Like, no one would give me a phone at that time. No one. So I was just sitting down. I had nothing else to do. And the best thing is that when you have nothing else to do, you're gonna just naturally gravitate to the most important thing to you. If you just lock yourself in a room, don't keep any pleasurable thing, anything that's fun, don't keep anything. Keep books and Quran. You're gonna naturally gravitate to the thing you give the utmost priority to. Some people use that technique for, like, writing books, for anything. Like, just lock yourself in a room, have nothing else to do. When you get bored, you would naturally just gravitate to the Quran. And that's what I did. I just opened the Quran, a Musaf. I was just reciting, and I would close the Musaf. I would get tired, and I would look up, I would look everywhere. I have nothing to do, and at that time, the electricity was out. So I have nothing to do, nothing, except come back to the Quran again, and again, and again. In a very short period of time, I rememorized the second 5 juz, making it 10 juz. It just blows my mind. Like, your natural default is your focus on your Quran. That's your natural default. But, like, because you have things that are much more enjoyable, that is why. It's not by saying, oh, I was always motivated, but the moment I would move, I would just take my mushaf. That's it. These 3 things I told you in this video. These are the 3 reasons. Just try to implement it. Don't even cope and say, oh, okay, it did not happen. Just do it for a week. Just a week. I'm not saying, like, the third one is the hardest, but, like, try to keep your phone in a separate room. Lock yourself away, where you cannot, even if you try, you cannot get access to the Quran. You cannot get access to your phone. That's the time you'll be able to do Quran. Try and see. These 3 things I'm talking about, it took me like years of pain for me to realize it. That is why I say Quran is easy. Like, at the period of my life when I don't have a phone, I was doing Quran for 6 hours per day. 6 hours. And I was not pushing myself out. I had nothing else to do, bro. Like, I had nothing else. I'm just sitting down, like, on my bed, just doing Quran. And at the same time, at that time, I was sick for some period of time. And you know, when you're sick, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reducing your sins, is like scraping down your sins. And, like, I was so sick at that time. When I got better, I started to do Qur'an. Like in a very short period of time, I was able to do what I thought was not gonna happen because I was struggling for years to do Qur'an. I hope you find this video helpful. I really enjoy this kind of videos, and this day specifically reminds me of today is the last day, day 100. Like 3 months ago, we had a deal with one of my friends, like a challenge with one of my friends to just lock yourself out and focus on your goal for 100 days. He focused on his goal, I focused on mine for 100 days. And in this period, this is one of the most difficult and one of the most uplifting 100 days of my entire life. I really enjoyed this 100 days, and you can try as well. Like I had so many problems in these 100 days, but at the same time it taught me so much more. Like man, I'm really grateful for this, and I'm really grateful you reached this part of the video. Most people don't even take their time to watch this video. From the bottom of my heart, I'm trying to give you things to do with your Quran. Like I wish someone told me this. He would have removed hours of years of pain. Like man, I want you to remember this. Everyone is motivated, but not everyone is disciplined.